In the wake of a Thursday morning homicide which has left one community in a state of shock and horror, activist Timothy James is holding the government accountable for years of neglect of inner-city communities like Marcia, where the crime occurred. A 39-year-old security guard, Hardy John, was gunned down in the early hours of Thursday morning whilst on the job at the Marcia market. James, who was at the scene, said years of governmental neglect has created a breeding ground for monsters who commit such heinous crimes.
This government have to take responsibility in part for the level of crime on our streets. I mean, I say so when you have trained police officers sleeping in hotels, and our streets are unsafe. When you have street lights standing up under it, you cannot tell whether or not you have a red shirt or a blue shirt. These are politicians, these are political initiatives. The politicians responsible for getting these things right. And so therefore, that is the political input into the crime situation, the lack of action or inaction.
James said her responsibility is to enact and initiate policy that should have prevented what happened at the market.
And she's not an officer. And the one responsible for the police welfare, Chico, was here. If you're so bent on professionalism, she should have been asked to leave the compound. She had no right in here. Fortuna's responsibility is to enact and initiate policy. Policy that should not have resounded in what happened here this morning. Why? This is a government facility. Why isn't there no cameras? Why can't we adequately secure government facilities? Or is it because the facility is in Marcia?
According to James, the hierarchy of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force plays a role in the matter as well.
And the commissioner is responsible too, because government cannot tell the commissioner how to dispense his resources. And so therefore, when the commissioner, Mr. Mosheri, posts police officers at hotels, he is endangering me. Police officers are sleeping at hotels while our street remain unsafe. Every truck that leaves Windward and Leeward Brewery have an experienced officer on it. That is the job for private security. You want to talk about employment? You create these avenues for increased employment. You do not use the police to issue out private security for private companies. That should never have happened in this country. I mean, if the police have an appetite for private security, then he capitalized on his experience as an officer and open a company. But you cannot have a security company running and you a gazetted officer. That's madness.
James implored the masses to send a message to the island's politicians, demanding that they pay closer attention to the safety and security of the people of St. Lucia. Reporting for Hot 7 Nightly News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.